As world leaders meet at the Food Security Summit in Rome, Bangladesh is still recovering from the aftermath of last year's Cyclone Sidr. The country, where more than 70 million people live on less than $1 a day, is now facing a food crisis. This is compounded by extreme weather and environmental decline.
Over the years, water has become short, water has become polluted, access to water has declined, disasters have increased. The result is environment is now determining how much food access you will have.
One of the biggest threats to the country's food security is extreme and variable weather associated with climate change. Scientists predict that rising sea levels along the delta's coast could submerge a third of Bangladesh in the next 2 decades. Floods and cyclones that once happened every 20 or even 100 years are now expected every decade. And rising temperatures will mean that rice, wheat, and potato crop yields will fall. This year, Bangladesh is reporting a 2 to 3 million ton rice shortage.
We had a major cyclone that carried with it huge amount of rainfall, causing damage to the standing crop, 2 floods, as well as drought, and that possibly all these elements contributed to this loss in production.
Ordinary Bangladeshis are paying nearly double what they paid last year for a kilogram of rice. Border guards now manage crowded government-subsidized rice shops to keep crowds under control.
As it is, anyone living on $1 or $2 a day is in a state of extreme vulnerability. Now when price rises, and most of these people are going to spend around 70 to 75% of their income on food. So the family budget is basically the food budget. This year the price increase for the basic essential cereal is about 35, in some cases even more. With 30 to 35% increase, they are outside the budget. Income has also declined because of natural disasters. So the two put together means they are in a situation they have probably not experienced in the last 30 to 40 years. That is how bad the situation is.
Bangladesh is attending the conference in Rome, asking the international community for help in attaining food security. Among the suggestions is a global contingency food reserve to protect the poorest countries when shortages occur. Critics argue that more must be done internally to address the food shortages and hunger.
They are calling for food reserves, they're calling for better supply of food, but the governments also have ignored agricultural policy. So they are looking at 40 years of ignoring the main issue. It's not like it happened yesterday. It's not like the food crisis began yesterday. It began a long time back when the policies and systems which could help the poor were just not put in place.